Jesus, almost knocked the monitor over. This 2 weeks in a row, we have just impeccable beginnings to the podcast. Welcome. We were just dealing with camera issues. We were dealing with
Just
internet
don't hit that
issues.
fucking mic.
We got these cords are getting very fragile. We got Rory that is 34 minutes late. That's okay. That's a weekly occurrence. Zach and I were
I'm not
joking.
34.
At
What time did you get
9:07,
off?
you said 5 minutes. It is now 9:34. Sorry, 27 minutes late.
Yeah.
Fuck. My bad.
Chick-fil-A was being slow.
Oh.
And I'm like, and it's in the backyard pretty
Like
much.
a typical liberal. Blame it on somebody else.
I would have dropped off. I should have just told my son, you walk home.
Okay. So we're back. I just had to, I had to tell Roy to shut the fuck up before we started because he was getting a little hot about some opinions this week at Texas. So we should be fired up and ready to rock. Zach, welcome back. It's been a couple weeks. Hope you got everything sorted out. We missed you last week. We did not cash Rory and I's qualifying matchup with Buescher over, was it Chastain, I think?
Yeah.
I don't know if you listen back, but
we're idiots.
Yeah.
Don't pay attention to us. We were forcing it. We just used the power ranking and
whoever had the
one
biggest
with the largest gap on there and rolled with it.
Yeah, it didn't work out. So we're gonna leave qualifying to you, but welcome back. Did you watch the race on Sunday? I mean the nap. I mean the paint dry. I mean the nap time. I mean the race.
Yeah, I watched. I mean it wasn't great. I'm sure like the schedule maker didn't do him any favors having Richmond, Martinsville, and Texas all in a row. Yeah, it's just I don't know how you watch if you don't have any invested interest.
I agree. Like,
yeah.
If I didn't, well, I think this goes for like most races. Like if I didn't bet on NASCAR, like I don't have a favorite driver anymore. Like my driver retired and my current driver stinks like my asshole now. So like if I didn't bet on NASCAR, I don't know that I would have watched that whole race. And I fell asleep with 60 to go. I don't think I would have stayed up even that long because it was just like, I don't listen to other people's podcasts during the week. I probably should, but I don't. But I did. Zach, you said to go listen to Denny's podcast, and I did. I listened to like the first 45 minutes of it. And he's like, I don't want to say he's dead right because there's some things that he said that I feel like most people are just going to agree with because it came out of a driver's mouth and it came out of Denny's mouth and he's been fast and he knows all the answers. But like a lot of the shit that he was talking about sounds accurate. Like when he's talking about he can't move Cindric and they want us to, we got this solid bumper that's not going to cave, but they can't even get to the bumper in front of them. So what does it matter? And then if NASCAR wants, they'll just, when the leader catches the back of the field, then second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, they're going to catch right back up to him. It's going to be bumper cars, choo-choo train. So, there's a lot of talk about the tires and engine and horsepower. And from Zach, this question's for you. And then I'm going to go to the real mad scientist here with Rory. What do you think? Like, you don't have to get super in depth, but what do you think needs to change? Is it the horsepower? Is it the tires? It's definitely not the aerodynamics because, like, what did Denny say? They're going 45 in the middle of Martinsville. Like, if you had the chance to make the call, would you just make a soft tire or would you give them 1,000 horsepower or both?
I would do both. Whatever, and you have to get rid of shifting. So, like, you can't, like,
yeah.
Here's how they drive at Martinsville. You blast it as hard as you can into the fucking corner, slam the brakes, downshift, put it back fucking down to the floor, and upshift. Like, it's not driving. There's nothing like that. Then he said, like, we're all driving the same. We all have the same setups. It's very small details that will get you the wins now. And I have some stats about that I'll talk about later.
Roy, what do you think?
Exactly. I think the shifting kills that place a whole lot because the shifting helps them make that turn where it's not just driver with brake and how they enter the corner and how the car is handling. It just makes it so much more simple. And then, like Denny was saying, if you can't get to the guy at the right time to hit him, it's pointless because the bumper's so. I mean, it is. It's like you gotta knock the hell out of somebody. You're probably gonna wreck them instead of just being able to pull off a bump and run.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those types of deals.
So Denny also made another interesting point, and maybe I should start listening to other podcasts to get some nuggets and regurgitate it. But he's like, when they gave us this car, NASCAR supplied parts or verified vendors or if it whatever, and they was going to create this thing called parity. Well, we all thought that was a great thing. Like the first year we had 19 different winners or however many it was, and we're like a little bit of IROC, but the cream's still going to rise to the top. And we saw that in the first year. But now it's gotten to the point, Zach, what you were saying, it's like they're all running the same speed. They're all running the same way because they've now figured out that this almost spec car is driving the same for everybody. And there's only really one way to drive it. And when you have such a tiny track like Martinsville, where there has only been one groove aside from maybe like a handful of races in the history of NASCAR, this is the product that you're going to get. They're all going to go the same speed. Now, Denny lied. He said that first place couldn't pass last place. That was a lie because David Starr was lapped like 8 times. But second to last place, he's got an argument, which is God fucking awful. Like I just said this on the preview show. It is an abomination that I forgot what I was going to say. Motherfucker. That hasn't happened in a long time, but it just happened.
Fuck.
This is an issue. Fuck me in the ass. You guys want to take it from here until I think about it?
I don't understand why Goodyear can't bring option tires. Like every IndyCar, Rory, what do they have? 2 different sets every week?
Yeah.
Like 2 different options. IndyCar has different options. I mean, not IndyCar. F1 has different options.
Yeah.
I imagine, I don't know if IMSA does, but like, why can't there be like, okay, this season we have 5 different sets of tires. At these tracks, we're going to use the 3 towards the soft. Then we're going to, but like, it just doesn't, I don't know. And like Denny said too, like, why should the teams be responsible for fixing it? Like, why should the teams have to spend money to go test these new tires? Like, Goodyear and NASCAR should take care of it. And then also not having like a commissioner, like there's no, it's just a different sport. Like, we have a commissioner that represents the owners, and then we have players in every other sport. Well, here we have NASCAR, track owners, team owners, and then drivers. And it seems like, I hate to say it, but what's going to happen next year? Like, it seems like they're not coming to an agreement with TV revenue sharing. So Benny doesn't seem happy at all. It seems like what he's saying, and again, he is a team owner and a driver. So everything he says could be, he's just playing the strategy or the negotiation. He just wants teams to have their costs covered when they arrive at the track,
which is clearly not happening, and it makes Denny's job harder as an owner to go get all that sponsorship. Now, I don't think that he's probably, him and Hendrick probably got like the easiest ownership job in the world. Just Hendrick being the mogul that they are, and Denny having Michael Jordan and Bubba Wallace, 2 very marketable people, and it just. I do think, Zach, you're right. I do think that there is a little bit of like sales tactic going on with Denny here, but also at the end of the day, that sounds reasonable. Like, and the reason that NASCAR went private probably 10 years ago or whatever it was because they were losing their ass. Well, according to Denny, they're making buku bucks now, buku dollars. I mean, the ratings are up. The NASCAR is out of the recession that we were in for like 10, 12 years. NASCAR's out of it completely. So I think his opinion that the negotiations aren't going well is probably just the sales tactic part, but you hope
I
that
don't
the
like.
money shows up.
I don't like again. I forget. I've talked about this guy before. And I always forget his name. It's Michael Jordan's business manager.
Oh yeah. I don't know his name.
He was part of the NBA lockouts and strikes, and again, I don't even know how the hell that would work in NASCAR, because if NASCAR can build their own car, they can get their own fucking drivers in. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to work. The only time they tried it, I remember, was like in the 60s or 70s at Talladega. The drivers didn't want to race because they thought it was too dangerous, and Bill France basically said "F you," and they'd
He drove a car.
yeah,
Yeah.
they changed the rules to allow more cars, different types of cars
Yeah.
into the race. So it's going to be interesting, man. I don't like it, and I don't like what I'm hearing. It's going to be interesting.
How do you think that the Twitter feud is going to play into these negotiations between old Dennis and Marcus Smith? Now, coming from someone that works for their father, I found it extremely. I find it and found it. I find it really fucking funny when people are like, "Daddy's money," or like you have everything handed to you. Like, all right, well, you work a 12-hour day and then come hang out with some fucking nimrods and talk about NASCAR betting until fucking midnight. Like, you go do that. All right. Second of all, fucking props to Denny Hamlin for saying something, because imagine if this was a different sport. Zach, you were talking about the interesting dynamic that NASCAR is, right? You got team owners, you got track owners, you have the sanctioning body, which is private, very private, and you got drivers and the actual product on the field. Like, imagine if Patrick Mahomes just started tweeting Roger Goodell and was like, "You fucking piece of shit, like, you daddy's money, like, you suck at your job, like, do better, stop being cheap." Like, bro, Mahomes would have his head chopped off, but we saw sit back and laugh.
It'd be more like, so you know how I think like the Redskins, the Commanders,
No, it's still the
have
Redskins.
they have the worst field every year, right? I think they're always ranked. So it'd be like Mahomes playing there that week and then calling the owner out the next week and being like, "You can't get us real field turf in there or anything," you know. But
Good
he's
point.
right. Like then he called him out too on everyone's like, "Oh, he saved North Wilkesboro." Fuck that. COVID. We saved it. Our government money saved it. Our taxes saved North Wilkesboro. So fuck that.
Not
Him and
all.
Dale Jr. didn't pay out of their pocket. They got the money
Yeah.
from the state and put it into the track. Come on.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
mean, I knew that North
Yeah. At least
Carolina
her
got a
money.
shitload
At
of
least
money.
her money actually went
Sure.
towards something.
Yeah, at least they
worth
used
the
it.
shit for a change.
At least they used the money, right? I
Well,
get
I
it.
mean,
doesn't seem
I
like
think
they're
it's
using
really
it.
cool. I think it's really cool they opened that place back up. I mean, it's historic.
Are you going to say that
I
after we
mean,
see Martinsville round 2 for an all-star race?
I
With the track
wish
coming
they
up,
would.
the new
I wish
pavement
they would
coming up.
race. Why can't they just race Xfinity cars at
I mean,
Why
that's
can't
Martinsville, Bristol, Richmond, and North Wilkesboro?
the
And
announce
they don't even have Xfinity at North Wilkesboro. Like, you would have thought they would have
travesty.
added that on this year. What the frick?
Yeah.
That would have been the most awesome fucking show. Them on there.
I agree. Zach, what were you going to say?
the NASCAR announcement on Monday of this week should have been North Wilkesboro Speedway. You need to bring a 1,000 horsepower motor, and we will have 3 different tire options. That's what they fucking should have said.
Yeah.
That's what the All Star race used to be for, testing shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Why
be an old timer,
they
man.
told
Well, I remember
they told
what you-
told Ray Evernham, don't ever bring this chassis back
Yeah.
out
The
on the
T-Rex.
racetrack.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
I remember that car that night. That car was a freaking rocket.
But
I
even
don't
like
think he ever let off the gas. It was
Even-
just like wide open.
even a couple years ago, like Bristol, remember the night race, the All Star race at Bristol? They had them stupid fucking lights and the
Mhm.
number on the back quarter panel. Like
Mhm.
it's
And
an All Star race.
now that you say it, we did test the 550 package at Charlotte, maybe like 17, 18, somewhere in there. Remember? We were all talking about go-karts and shit. There was pack racing. Yeah, okay. I
Well,
remember that now.
Should have been the announcement on Monday. 1,000 horsepower motor, 3 different options of tires.
Just
Boom.
just give them the 2 options between the wet weather and the slicks. and let
Do
them
something.
decide.
That's why everyone's pissed because they're not fucking doing anything. Like they're just
I-
sitting on their hands.
I did see a tweet from Bob that said, I think it says 4 to 6 weeks it takes to start and finish a new tire from Goodyear.
Well, that's
So
great because we're in year 3.
I can't
So how many
argue
4 to
that.
6? So how many 4 to 6 weeks
Yeah.
are we talking here?
Yeah.
At least 100.
Yeah.
Golly, dude.
And what sucks the most is the last 2 races of the season are at Martinsville and
Ugh.
Phoenix.
Roy, I don't know if I'm making the trek up this year, buddy.
You going to
Painful.
Bristol?
I am going to Bristol. I'm going to Talladega next
Okay.
weekend. I'm going to Daytona. I'm going to Bristol.
I think Whitney and me are going to Bristol. I think we were talking about it, so we
Yeah.
might just do that then.
Zach, how far is Bristol from Pennsylvania?
I have a gambling problem. I can't go to races.
When was the last race you went to?
1999 Dover spring summer race.
Have you watched NASCAR
Dude,
since
yeah.
then?
Well, no, because I was a big Earnhardt fan. So when he died, and Junior really couldn't step up. I mean, it's nothing against him, but like he wasn't as good as his dad. And gambling brought me back to NASCAR.
Which I've
That's what
definitely
I'll
asked
say.
you this question, but when was that? Yeah, what did you start with DFS maybe?
Yeah, so probably like since like 17 or 18, playing DFS and gambling.
Wow,
Gambling. I started gambling in 21 on NASCAR.
Okay.
Because I remember I hit the Maya Schneider, and then
Homestead.
William Byron the next day, and it was like an 80 to 1, and then a 30 or 40 to 1. I was like, let's go.
You're addicted. You're fucked.
Yep.
You're so fucked.
Yeah, so like I don't want to miss live betting. That's honestly like I want to go to Daytona, Talladega, or Atlanta. I'll go to one of those races.
Yeah.
But like I like a lot. If you could tell me that yes, I'm gonna have guaranteed Wi-Fi and I can fucking bet from my seat at the race, then yeah, I'll go. But no one can guarantee you that.
Yeah, you can't. Rory. Well,
Daytona's,
hold on.
Daytona's worked
Yeah, Daytona's
down there.
works.
Awesome. It was great.
Roy
but
doesn't remember placing the bets though.
Huh? The hell I don't.
Nothing. Zach, speaking of live betting, sorry, Roars. Roars was at the track with no Wi-Fi. Well, I'm gonna ask you if you got any dogs here in a second. Shout out Zach for the William Byron 10-1 live. I said Zach. I said live bets anyone, and they said Byron 10-1. I said yes, sir. So thank you for that. You saved my day. I think that was the only winning bet. No, I had 2 winning bets. Bubba over Bowman. So I won 2 bets.
There you go.
Oh, Briscoe top 10. Forgot about that too. I won 3 bets. So thank you for Byron.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Welcome.
you tell me Byron, but then like his lap times couldn't have been any different than anybody else in the top 5, or were you just seeing him like creep up the leaderboard, or what made you do that?
I believe in the first stage he made up 10 positions, and the next best car only made 3. So his ability to pass is what attracted me the most to him, to bet him.
Well,
Yeah.
it worked out. And fucking Roy. So, Rudy Fugle with the call of the fucking century, which it's probably not the call of the century because they've done it 10 or 12 times in the next gen car.
Logano showed early on what you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did Logano take 2 on that stop?
Yeah,
he
went
take 9.
178 laps on his left sides.
They probably could have won the whole fucking race on their left sides. Because I'm pretty sure
he did start to fade after. I think he led like 70 or 80 laps right there. I won't really looking when when it happened. It just felt like he led the whole second stage once he beat everybody off pit road. That's what I thought.
I assume that you did not get to exit the track for a little stage 1 live winner this year.
No, not this year.
Did you get any dogs?
No.
Oh, you don't like the dogs? I
Oh,
forgot.
yeah, I did actually.
You had a dog?
That was the only option over there on that side where we sat.
How'd you like sitting
So
over there? What did you say?
we
3 and 4?
yeah, it's fine. You just don't have a whole lot of options as far as like food. They don't have the extra chicken finger stands or whatever the hell we we seen on the front stretch.
Straight dogs.
Yeah, and then but they didn't sell out because I got them before the fucking race started. Because I knew we had like five. What we have 5 kids with us? 4, 5. Yeah, five kids. So I was like, we're going back now while they got these bastards because I can only, hear it now. They went and got more too. They're little monsters. They put mustard on just the plain ones. So like my daughter's the only one I think that'll eat mustard. So then they had to turn around and make sure they didn't put nothing on the next ones. But I didn't have to, you know, sit in that long ass line neither. I
Thank
was
God.
happy and proud about that. It didn't take long. I mean, where I was, they were moving on. I think I missed the first 2 laps of the race or something. Hell, we might have got back up there right when it was starting, like immediately, taking off and got back up there.
Oh, you crack me up. How was the tailgate? Did you tell some security guards to go fuck themselves?
Actually, I had a good time. My buddy Jackson, remember him last
Yeah, my
year that
dog.
grew up with me? Well, he came and they got like seats nearby and whatever. So he come and hung out before the race. We had a good time just catching up, bullshit.
Let's go,
And then I
fellas.
met Bryce. I met Bryce too.
Really? PT Bryce. That
I
dog.
Yeah, yeah. He met me outside like where the drivers camp at, right
Mm-hmm.
there on the way out. He was parked in the same lot. I think he messed up when I sent him our seats. He mistakenly, yeah,
What the fuck is
whatever,
wrong with you, dude?
nothing. I think he was meaning to pass seats over on our side and accidentally bought them in turn 1 and
Oh
2.
no.
So yeah, so we didn't get to chit chat for long because we was trying to get the hell out of there. Like, you know how you can bust right out of there and just
Hang
you're
a right.
gone
Yeah, be
if
on the
you
interstate.
don't bullshit around. If like while everybody else is watching them do burnouts and fucking around, if you like just make a beeline straight out of there, you can usually get out in like 10 minutes or less.
That's
Mm-hmm.
It's not
unless
long.
that's unless Denny wins, so you got to give him the fingers, right?
Double
No,
bird.
if I'm on the front stretch,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
where he's doing the burnout, but not down on that end. My guy's the only one that does burnouts all the way around the track, so you can
Ah,
video him everywhere. Yeah, Hamlin
Uh,
wishes he was fucking Kyle Larson. You see Kyle Larson ripping laps today?
wow,
Ripping.
dude. P2? Does that mean anything with IndyCar? P2?
No, it
nah.
does not.
Dang it.
Some of
Just
the,
like
you know
Jimmy
what,
Jam was
Newgard.
first
Hey,
last year?
this is a crazy story, and then we'll get off of IndyCar. But Newgarden actually was in a road course car, not even their Indy 500 car. They're not even taking a chance, on tearing it up. Road course, converted speedway, and he was fastest. So what do you
What?
think that? What do you think that car that they're saving is?
So I should
If
bet him
he's
now?
Hey, the year Marcus Erickson, they were talking about that earlier today. The year he won the Indy 500, his car was like that from Ganassi. It was a converted road course car.
Interesting.
Maybe they handle better than that aerodynamic shit. Maybe it's maybe if they're running on a hot day and them tires start wearing, get hot and slick, they're a hell of a lot meaner to hold in there.
Yeah, well,
It's 200 and
I'm
fucking whatever the fuck they're running.
I'm not a big IndyCar guy, but I'll tell you the fuck what. The Indy 500 is so electric, and the sound and the sights wide open. What do they go? 225? What did you just say? 230?
Oh yeah, 230s is what
Bro,
they're going. They're going to qualify probably at 234. 235, depending on just track temperatures and
I love that race,
whatnot.
dude. That's the best day in motorsports right there, Memorial Day. And I'm gonna be on a fucking ship. God, sorry for the F bombs, Mom. I'm gonna be on a ship in the middle of the Bahamas during that day. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
The
Has
fuck is your
mom been
problem?
listening to
It's a
us?
bachelor party, dude. What am I supposed to do? Say no?
On Memorial Day weekend? Like that's a
What?
weird.
Thursday, Monday, baby.
That's a weird. I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm
That's
also
just
on.
something.
I would like to go to the Coke 600. I like that. That's a long ass race.
Yeah.
Good
I've
gosh.
been. Yeah, I went
It
19.
is.
Yeah, it was. I'm also gonna be out of town during
I swear,
the
my little man, as long as he went at
Indianapolis.
Martinsville, just cheering Larson on. I could only see he would be the only one outlasting them other ones. We'd be having to carry them out of the track, probably. They'd be them passed out halfway through that. That's all it is. It's wow.
What?
That, that was one of the worst nights. The Coca-Cola 600 one year.
Oh
We
yeah,
got
there's
so
some stories
freaking
about that.
ripped.
Oh yeah, buddy. All right.
God,
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
thank you,
I'm
Jesus.
also on a
I'm
bachelor
still
party
here.
during the Indianapolis NASCAR race, so that's a travesty as well. John, if you're listening, fuck you, dude. Blake, if you're listening for Memorial Day, fuck you too. What am I going to say? No. Anyway, all right, let's talk Texas because frick Martinsville. Man, I'm Rory. You're not like you're something's going on over there. There's not enough F bombs. Now I'm having to drop the F bombs. I don't feel good about it. So could you take them
He
off my
just said,
hands?
"Sorry, mom." Is your mom been listening
No,
again?
she doesn't actually
No,
listen.
she doesn't.
I think
No.
she heard a few too many F bombs and said, probably not for me. All right, Zach.
Y'all don't bleep those out, Mark.
No, absolutely not. No. Nope. Nope. Sorry, Mom. But not sorry at all. So, Zach, let's talk first things first, comp tracks for Texas this weekend. Now, most people on Twitter, Discord, NASCAR betting preview show, they're using 8 comps, possibly 9, but usually 8. Both Texas races, both Kansas races from last year, Vegas 2, and Vegas 1 from this year. Now, and Charlotte. I don't know if I mentioned Charlotte. Now, you're doing a little something different that I would like an explanation for. We are including Nashville from last year. And somebody asked me why Nashville is included. And I said, I have no idea. You're going to have to listen to the podcast. But I like being different. You know, it's like the Larry Mack. You're going to follow the leader. You're going to continue to follow the leader. So we do things a little different around here, non-loop data. Talk to me about the comp tracks this week, brother.
It's just a very, very small factor in it. It's not really that much. I don't think it probably doesn't really change much over the course of everything because it's such a small amount that I'm using from Nashville. I'm factoring a lot of Texas and looking heavily at Vegas one from earlier this season.
Does Texas only having 2 races mean anything to you? Like one in the last one of the last one in each of the last 2 years, because you've kind of you're constantly tweaking things, and one of the things that you've tweaked is you're using the 2 most recent races, which, like in Vegas's case, it's Vegas 1 of this year and then Vegas 2 from last year. Does Texas from 22, like just looking at NLD speed from both Texas races, does that alarm you at all, or do you feel good about it?
I feel good about it. I feel Texas is kind of its own. It doesn't like Kansas and Vegas and almost Michigan are a lot of the same to me, where like Charlotte is more like its own. Texas, I mean, when it used to have its old configure, it was a lot like Charlotte, but now it's not. They don't run as fast, so I don't really use it as much. I'm Texas heavy and Vegas of this season.
So if you had to rank the comp races, it would be Texas 23, Texas 22, Vegas 24, and then what? You got a Vegas race, 2 Kansas races, a Nashville, and a Charlotte.
I have Charlotte next, and then pretty much an even on those other three, and
Okay.
just a tiny little bit of Nashville.
Tiny. All
Tiny,
right.
tiny.
I'm following. Well, the numbers are speaking to me on a couple bets this week, and I, I'm really looking forward to talking about it. Well, why don't we start with qualifying? Because I received a text about 2 hours ago that was quite alarming and quite very excited about. So if you want to talk about it, great. If not, then we'll just move on. But talk to me about qualifying this week, good sir.
I think there's a lot of good numbers out on the board this week for qualifying, which was surprising. Definitely like that. I don't know if they're still there. I know the head-to-heads that I bet quickly um, turned from plus money to now they're favorites. So
Shocking.
yeah, and let's see. I don't even know what they're at now, but I think there's a lot of good numbers. I think that they didn't price everything down. I think you can find value this week. I like the guys I like are Bubba Wallace. He was 15-1. He qualifying, he was on the pole here at 23 Texas, and he also started fifth at Vegas earlier this year. 15-1. I couldn't pass that up on him. Logano, who has a second starting spot in 22 at Texas, and then he also got the pole at Vegas 1 earlier this season, 22-1. So I grabbed some of him. I also have him in a head-to-head against Tyler Reddick. He was plus 100 when I bet that. Just Ford just seems to have the speed, the single car speed. So that's more of what I'm looking at on this weekend. I also bet Chris Buescher 33-1. He started here second in 23, so last year, and he started ninth at Vegas earlier this season. If you can kind of see with qualified, I'm looking if I can get someone that made the final group at 22 Texas, 23 Texas, and Vegas. That's what I'm looking for. There's not really, I don't think there was anyone that did that. So it's kind of like piecemealing two of the three and being high in one. Um, and then the final guy, and this was just a numbers play. Um, I had his fair market value at 100-1. He opened at 200-1 to win the poll, and that's Austin Cindric. I know it's Austin Cindric. I've talked so much shit on this guy before, but he started 11th here in 22, and then he started third at Vegas earlier this season. That's kind of, I mean, if he gets in the final group, and we get a sweat. So let's just hope he gets in the final group and then see what happens.
I mean,
When's he going out?
Let me bring those up. Hold on.
fifth in at Vegas 1. You could just say that, and I'll bet 200-1.
Yeah.
Sure, why
Hell
not?
yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah. I think it's definitely worth a shot. I was just throwing in
Zach, do you?
just a little
This is
extra.
probably a dumb
I always
question.
like ask.
Do you look at when they go off and what group they're in? I know you do for matchups, but for outrights as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I mean, this one is so long, like, you know,
like it's very
feeling it, head it, don't give a shit. But I mean, I feel like at some of these tracks, there's an advantage to how early, if you had a bad race or two or whatever and it started bumping you up in the draw, however the fuck they do that thing. Don't they do that off of like
off of
Metric.
speed or some shit? Yeah, metric somehow over the last few races. So like it kind of prevents like if you have a wreck and a bad finish, but you were fast, it kind of helps you because you were fast, bump you up, and it can hurt you if you're not really fast, but you just lucked into a win. I think, however, I don't know. It's fucking weird. Can't explain it. I think Bob explained it one time. Kudos to Bob because
Bob
they
explains
I
have
don't
a
know how
everything.
they fucking
they
come
have
up with
they
it.
have a formula. It's like fastest speed,
Yeah.
fastest lap, average speed. I have it written down and I use it every week, but I don't off my head. Cindric's got out ninth in Group One. I tend to stay away from guys that are going out in the first 3 to 5 of a group.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say that's a good position. That's fine right there.
All right. Well,
And if Group 1
And
isn't
I
as strong as Group 2, too, it could be one of those things as well, like what you're looking at
what you looking
when
at?
when you see like different. Let's say if you was trying to decide on somebody that was like 20 to 30 to 1, then you're going to start really looking into a few more things to see if you're finding something out there.
Just like you
I
do
mean,
with all yours. Zach, what were you gonna say?
I'm doing trig in my head.
trig in
Yeah.
your head.
I don't even know what trig is,
Yeah.
dude.
It's
Really?
math. It's math.
Trigonometry? I know what
Yeah.
You don't know
geometry
how to
is.
do trig? Geometry?
No, what the fuck
Yeah,
is trig, dude?
trigonometry.
No,
Angles
not a
and
clue.
shit.
But
and
dude, I
stuff.
thought you were a Yankees fan.
It's in formulas. Trig. Formulas.
Metric.
That's before calculus.
Don't dodge the question.
That I've never fucking had. Huh?
Don't dodge the question.
I'm
What?
guessing his kid plays for that team.
I thought you were a Yankees fan.
No, fuck no.
You're a
Whitney
Sox
is.
fan?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That goes well on par with your Dallas Cowboys and Alabama fandom. So
Oh, yeah.
fits right in.
Right. I've liked them since 99 when No
99.
More came up.
When Zach stopped watching NASCAR.
Zach
When
graduated high school.
No More was up.
Damn, your
When
life
you-
was over, dude. You graduated high school and the world was going to end?
That was the world game.
Fuck.
Y2K.
Y2K, dude.
I remember New Year's Eve, we ran around the neighborhood like fingers up. Fuck you, Y2K. Because nothing happened, you know? Yeah.
You were about to say something about qualifying, and I just totally hijacked it.
To me, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, welcome to the club.
Fucking old. I don't remember shit anymore.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I had one more head to head. It was McDowell over, and again, it's just he's plus 100, and he's over Flores, and that was just more of I think the Fords have the single car speed at the 1.5 miles and above.
Jesus, that was even money?
Yeah.
It's minus 140 now. Good Lord.
Sorry.
Good Lord, Jandis.
And I did. If Austin Cindric, if
Roy got
Cindric
the
wins the
reference.
pole,
love it.
we're gonna have to have Jinx break out the.
This is the only time you're ever gonna win on Austin Cindric. So take him, people. Let's go. One lap of glory.
What's Jinx
I mean,
doing?
not only time he probably will ever win again, unless it's a super speedway.
What's Jinx bringing out?
He's gonna have to bring out that Caesars thing, you know.
All my homies hate
Because I'm
Caesars.
sure,
Fuck
I'm
Caesars.
sure if Austin Cindric wins the pole, I probably won't have a Caesars account.
No, but 200 to 1. I think it'll be okay.
I'll be okay.
I think we'll be okay. I think that'll be enough profit for the year. Okay.
No, nowhere near enough profit for the year, man.
My God, dude.
Those are some rookie numbers. You gotta pump that shit up.
If I put 1 unit on a 200 to 1 bet, I would be very content with that profit for the year. Yes, that'd be correct.
Yeah.
They wouldn't ever take it, but anyway. All right. Well, let's dive into some numbers here. I gave this bet out on NASCAR Betting Preview Show, but I love it so much that I have not quite a third of a teacher's salary, but maybe by green I might. But I am feeling so frisky this week on Brad Keselowski. Top 10 plus 140 still available on Caesars. I first saw it on Bet365. I think that number is long gone. And Hard Rock has it at like plus 120. I would still slam a flajam of that. So Brad Keselowski, Zach, I've been meaning to ask you this, buddy. The model swallow. The power rankings, I feel like never love Brad, but Ryan Stevens made a good point. Brad's kind of the guy that'll have like a 14.7 average running position and then finish 7th. is there a reason? Like this week, he's 10th in the power rankings, which is like music to my ears. I'm all about Brad Keselowski top 10, but he just never is. What do you think that correlates to, or you have no idea?
I mean, last week at Bristol, he was 3.
Oh, okay. Well, did it pan out?
Um,
Yes, it did pan out. Yes, we bet on
yeah, I
him.
mean, and when I'm on Keselowski, I'm pretty confident that he's usually good. Here, how about this? I'll share my interesting stat. Like, okay, ready?
Ready.
So if we remove the drafting, if we remove Daytona and Atlanta, only 2 fucking teams won.
Yeah, pretty
Hey,
fucking
2
wild, ain't it?
teams won.
They're back.
yeah,
They're back
it's
to the
called
way it was before they switched
yeah.
switched over, basically. Except Stewart Haas isn't winning like they were when
So
Harvick was there.
all the wins are from Gibbs or Hendrick. If we go to the Xfinity series, and again we remove the drafting tracks, only 2 teams have won. Would you like to
Joe
guess those
Gibbs.
2 teams?
Joe Gibbs.
Uh-huh.
And
And
Stuart Haas? No.
wrong.
Custer hasn't won
It's
yet.
the same fucking team.
Hendrick.
Hendrick, Larson in the 17.
Oh, fuck. Damn it. Fuck. Okay.
Hey, you want to, I mean, like, who else are we going to bet then? What's the point?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I bet Denny Hamlin 7-1. Does that count for shit?
Again, like, I think Baba is better than Brad. I think Chastain's better than Brad. I think Byron, Reddick, Blaney, Hamlin, Larson.
All right. Let's not get fucking carried away over here. It's a top 10
Dude,
bet.
what the Fords suck.
It's
They have
top 10.
qualifying speed.
All right.
I'm not saying against your bet. You were saying like, why is he never at the top? I'm saying he's never at the top
I
because
understand.
he doesn't drive Joe Gibbs and he doesn't drive Hendrick. And the guys at the top win fucking races.
Yeah, honestly, fair point.
When's the last time Brad's won a race?
Fucking what?
Why-
3-4 years?
So why the fuck should he be anywhere near the top 5?
That's fine. Good point. All right. That was a good explanation. I asked a question. You gave me an answer. Now, let me tell you why you should go bet Brad Keselowski for a top 10 at plus 140, plus 120, whatever you want to get him at. He's 4th in NLD speed over the last 2 Texas races. Zach, I know you love Texas. He's weighted heavy this week. He's 10th when you bring in all 8 races. So, a little bit of drop there, but still had some 4 top 10s in the 8 comps. He's got the 7th best average running position over the 8 comps with 12.1. That's good enough to bet the top 10. And he's 4th in the Cup Series in average finish, which is 11th, which I find very impressive. Like, yes, has he had winning speed? No. Could he have won Bristol based on pit strategy? A couple laps here and there? Maybe. But as Zach alluded to, he's no Joe Gibbs and he's no Hendrick. I understand that. Good point. But
how was his speed at Vegas and his teammates' speed at Vegas?
Oh no. Let me pull.
All right, so here's the thing.
Shut the
with
fuck up.
this.
13th at Vegas, and Buscher was bad.
Each program has eight cars in total. Okay, that between those two. Then you throw 2311 in with their 2 cars. So now you're only getting 120 or 140 on the top 10 with him. Why not just wait, hope he fucks up in practice and get him at 300?
No.
Well,
fuck
he's
you.
qualified. He's qualified good here. Brad 3rd and 4th.
Right. Okay.
In the next gen here.
Remember he sat in the pole? Like RFK was so bad, and then all of a sudden Brad just sits in the pole.
I guess you're beating the line, but I still don't know if I trust them to fin. I'm glad you do.
All right, let me tell you this. Let me tell you, Zach asked a question. I'm going to answer it for you. 5th NLD speed at Vegas 1 this year. 3rd at Vegas 2 last year. 5th at Kansas 2 last year. 8th at Nashville. And then 15th and 17th at Charlotte and Kansas 1. But Texas last year was 5th. So he's got where's this bitch ass at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 8 NLD speeds. No, 6 out of the 8 NLD speeds in the top 10. If you include 22 of Texas. So I get your point, and I
He's
feel like
between.
that has to do with
I
all the
just
Fords. Like the Fords could come out, like even Blaney, bro. Blaney could be a 20th place car in practice, and none of us would be surprised. I
what
feel
is Busher top 10?
same number, 140.
Busher, in my opinion, gets the better finishes.
Well, that's like
like even if he's
Numbers
slower
will
or
tell you different.
throughout the race, I don't know. Maybe
I don't look at finishes, so like that's probably why I don't see that.
Good point.
Never look at finishes. Don't need them.
I mean, I try to put
I don't
together
like.
like what was a lucky. I like something made a right pit call, something like that, and then having his speed to, I don't know, judging off the eye, and then if you actually rewatch the race, if you have enough time to rewatch the race, it's, I don't know, it's, you get a visual of like, oh, this happened, oh, this is why I, you know, had some fucking fender get caved in early on or something. I don't know. I
Did you just say
just
had some fucking thunder get caved in? Is that what you said?
fender,
Oh,
fender.
Thunder.
You
gotcha.
get a
Thunder.
fender.
I'll just say
You know, just
And the
something
thunder rolls.
happens.
Brad's
It's like
like
unfortunate, but somebody had a rocket ship. I've seen it. You know, but I don't really have to look at that shit no more because I
You don't
just
look at
trust that.
shit, dude. You don't look at a
Zach's
single
bottle.
fucking thing. You just say,
I
I
think
got this
Brad's
dome.
I mean, I watch the race.
I understand.
That's all I need to do. If
Brad's
you watch the
7
fucking
to 12.
races and play them back in your mind, and like, I don't know if that's
I
what
mean,
you're
I
thinking about, I can pretty much
You'll get there one day, Zach.
come up with
well,
some
I mean,
shit.
I rewatch the prior races every week.
No, I'm
so-
talking about you being able to spit a word out with
Oh.
this slowest motherfucker talker on the planet.
I can't get the timing down on when I think he's done. I'm like, I can't fucking get it, and it
I
fucking
agree.
drives me crazy. I'm like, oh, he's done. No, he's fucking not. Oh, he's done. No, he's fucking not. And it like it pisses. Like I feel like I suck. Like it's all my fault because I suck at it.
No, not your
No,
fault. Roy's fault.
no,
Go ahead.
I'm just an asshole. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm trying.
Sometimes I just start thinking of shit, and if I don't say it,
Oh,
I'll
we
forget
know,
it.
buddy. We fucking know.
I don't know. It just comes. I'm like, fuck. I got like, I need to get a notepad.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
what I need.
Get your phone out. You get the
Yeah.
notes app up. All right. Zach was going to say something about Brad and then also something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Brad and Busher.
7th to 12th. Like he'll be in that range.
I'll take plus 140 for that chance.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like,
not
I
I'm down
don't think
with
it's
that.
I think it's a good bet. It's just, he's just. You asked why he wasn't at the top. That's what I was more defending. Like,
I was
The
kind of
Fords
asking
are
for
like-
historical because like this week he's 10th, which is fine. I'm cool with that. I was
Yeah.
thinking more like, previous.
no, he has his tracks where he flashes up top. I mean, I know
Bristol.
what they are.
The Fords
There's
to
a couple
me
other ones.
outside of Blaney on 1.5 miles, I just feel like whatever it is that they're doing different to get some speed out of it, or if he's just figured out some different way to drive it, I don't fucking know. But they're faster than everybody else.
Wrong.
Like here lately.
Wrong.
What?
Rory, I'm about to spit some facts at you. Do you believe in NLD speed?
Yeah.
You believe?
Okay. At the 8 comps, who's got the highest Ford NLD speed averaged? You have to guess.
Probably. Yeah, because I don't have it pulled up in front of me.
You don't have anything pulled up
No,
ever.
I don't.
All right. Who's the best Ford NLD speed driver?
I'm gonna say Brad Keselowski in 10th.
That's a great guess. And how did you know that, dude? He's tied for 10th with Kyle Busch. What? All right. Who's the top Ford driver at Texas
Ryan Blaney.
NLD speed? Trick
Ryan
question. Blaney and Keselowski are tied 4th.
Okay. But I'm just saying Blaney's the highest Ford
Hmm?
in the power rankings. Blaney's the highest in the power rankings.
Chris Buescher. Oh no, that's the fuck. That's the
Fuck is wrong
I got
with
the
you?
qualifying up.
I'm sitting
Damn
here.
it, dude. Shit. Yeah, you're right. It's Blaney.
You know what's funny about the qualifying? So, and just about the odds. So, Brad and Chris, like, they're always right together. Like, do you guys agree with that? For the
Yes,
most
absolutely.
part. Okay. So then, how the fuck does one open at 8-1 for the pole? The other one open at 33-1.
Because one of them has already won a pole at Texas in this car.
Buescher started right behind him in second.
I didn't know that. And that's why you bet Buescher.
And that's why I bet Buescher. I wanted going in. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bet Brad. He'll be like 15-1, 8-1. Okay. Where's Buescher? Scroll. Oh, 33. Boom.
That was like us.
I don't blame you.
You ran the Zach always runs the power rankings on Sunday night after the previous race, and he'll send us a picture of what it looks like, a little preliminary power rankings. And Red Dog's up there, and we're like, oh, can't wait for this. 10-1. Maybe we'll get lucky with a 12. Let's just give us an 8, right?
Yeah.
6-1. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Man, we were so disappointed. Yeah, Reddick's third in the power rankings. Damn, that was tough. Well, let's talk about I only got one more bet and that I'm going to talk about, and then we'll throw it to you guys. Zach, I assume you don't have any race bets.
I'm kind of feeling a little Ross Chastain showing the back up this week.
So here we go with Roy not listening and just spitting out whatever he wants to spit out. But that's okay because I've been hogging the picks here. So fuck it. Let's talk about Ross Chastain. I agree. 5th in the power rankings. All right. Won Nashville, that counts, and has run very well at mile and a halves. Actually, number 1 NLD speed at Vegas 1 this year. Get a load of them apples. He's 8th in NLD speed on the 8 comps, but remember how bad he was at the Coke 600 and we all bet him? Remember how fucking terrible he was? Terrible. And he's got 2 top 10 NLD speeds at Texas as well, the last 2 races. So tell me why we should bet Ross Chastain and Mr.
Tell me why
ain't nothing but
a heartache.
Tell me why. Come on, dude. You're supposed to be the yin to my yang. Tell me why we're betting Chastain. One of those
charms. Fuck, I don't know.
He's due.
Texas.
He's due.
I mean, he's fucking due.
People come on this.
I mean,
people listen to us.
He's fifth. He's 5th in the pre-power rankings. He's been awesome on mile and a halves. Something about this place just feels like Ross should be good here while everybody else fucking sucks. Like cussing this track out, whatever. And then here's Ross just fucking willing it all it's worth. Get him up front. No mistakes. I don't know. I like top 5 plus 225, and I only just looked at Bet 365. I don't know if he might be a little better. Bet Rivers has been throwing out some nice top 5 looking markets. It seems like
he's plus 240 on Hard Rock for a top 5er.
Plus 240.
I like that.
So even better over there.
I like that a lot.
My beautiful 365's been getting sharper on their lines.
Not their opening lines.
Stuff. Yeah, the opening.
No, not the opening.
I feel like some of them not paying as much attention to, but it seems like the top 5 market ain't quite as good as it used to be, or either some of these others kind of extended themselves early in the week, maybe I don't know. I just felt like I used to always get like the best fucking
they
prices
did,
over there.
They
at
had the
one
best.
time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, I'm down for Ross. So, Zach, what are your thoughts on Ross?
I already have a little something on Ross.
Plus 245 Bet Rivers.
Ooh.
So I like that.
I
actually go on and keep getting
Pops Chevy.
I was just saying.
he says. No, Roy says, go on with what you were saying. I was just saying. Holy shit! All right, I can mute him. I think. Yes. All right, go ahead, Zach.
I got Ross Chastain top Chevy plus 650 on draft.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I kind of
oh.
like targeting that market. I think you can find some areas to make some money in that market on DraftKings, if you know what I'm saying. So
I think this is a good track for it too, because it's always wrecks and shit. People blowing
yeah,
tires, car just losing it through the turn. Air, you get the air taken off in the wrong spot and hit a bump. Next thing you know, you're backing into the wall and getting ready to win a race that you just led fucking 200 and whatever laps.
yeah,
Was that Larson? Didn't he lead over 200 in that race? I mean, he led for the longest fucking time. Basically, the whole race. Yeah. I had him. Had Bubba too. I was
I had
rather
Bubba. I remember
I would
that.
have rather Bubba have won. And then next thing you know, here's fucking horseshoe shoved up his ass at that golden horseshoe. He's like, here we go. We'll win this fucking green white checkered.
you could also get Bubba Wallace at 6-1 for top Toyota.
Okay, now that is enticing.
You know what else is enticing?
If you parlay
Chris
them together.
Chris Buescher as top Ford at 550. And then I don't know, maybe you put those three together, see what happens.
Maybe. Why do you like Busher better than Keselowski?
They're the same, and their odds. The odds were like, hold.
They're
Again,
the same odds, I think,
I don't think they were
they weren't.
for top. Actually, they're the same.
They're
I don't know,
about the
so-
same, not identical. Yeah, but it's close.
I thought that's what when I
Yeah.
looked at them.
Well, sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm taking.
I don't know. Buescher just seems to finish the deal while Keselowski doesn't. And I even know
This is
Keselowski
true.
higher in the model,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Buescher has.
You have selections that cannot be placed. in
Damn,
the current
Ross
bet
is
type.
plus 700 on 365,
Wow.
and Busher's 450.
What's Brad on
there.
that? What's Brad at?
450, same.
Are they the second and third favorite, or what's
Third and fourth behind Logano and Blaney.
the fuck's Logano?
Logano's plus 350 on there.
Okay, he's 4 on DraftKings.
Yeah, so yeah.
Hello, DraftKings.
That's who Rocky Mountain, Aaron. That's who he took on that like parlay that we built with Pterodactyl. He wanted to do, since it was the Masters, like he let Flag Hunting pick one, then Aaron do one, and me do one.
Wow. Zach,
I put Red Dog on there, but that was more so because I like the value of Bubba as well.
What are your thoughts on Chastain outright at 15 or Bubba outright at 15? Either one of you.
I have him at 18 for fair market, so I'm
not ideal. Well,
I'm always looking for like a 20 to 1 on Bubba. It seems like for me to feel comfortable. I've just been bitten too many times. After he won one, then they started bumping him down, and he's that one that you grab him when they start. All right, he hasn't done that well, and then he's 25, 20, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he's just gotten so good on them. The speed is there. The finishes aren't, because either he does some dumb shit, wipes out his good ass race car early in the race. He's done that fucking probably at least 2 or 3 times.
Cut a tire at Kansas leading, or third.
Yeah, bad shit happens.
Wreck right rear Kyle Larson at Vegas.
Oh, I got one. I heard him and Denny got into a fist fight in their motorhome after the Daytona race a couple years ago.
Interesting. And then he said, "Oh, I want to hire that guy."
Yeah, that's why you listen to DBC.
Yeah, I should.
That's been a rumor for a long time though, that Hamlin, like I believe it was like the summer Daytona race, they got to get, like, back when he was in the 43, they got together, coming in the line for second place. And then if you remember, Denny had like that basketball and golf league, and he kicked Bubba out.
I
It
didn't
all
know
happened
that.
years ago. Yeah, and then he hired him because you know why I
Classic.
hired him.
Yeah, marketability, baby.
Huh? McDonald's.
Mickey D's.
Yeah.
So
George.
I feel that on Bubba. I feel that on the. I need at least 20, but he has been good. But he also just doesn't finish races. So
He has been very impressive this season
yeah,
at tracks where
mile and a
I
half
didn't.
too.
Yeah, but I mean, like he was impressive at Richmond. He was impressive at Martinsville. Like way better than he's been previously. Like, dude's pretty good this year.
Facts. So okay, maybe 15-1's not the craziest thing.
It's not the craziest.
I like
No.
6-1
think-
top Toyota far better.
And like
better.
my fair market, like I'm very, very conservative. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like someone might have it lower. I'm very conservative, especially pre-race. Like
That's
the guys at
understandable.
the two guys at the top of my board are 4-1 fair market.
Okay, well you were spot on with one of them.
Yeah,
Arsenal.
And I'm waiting for the other one. Might bet that other one.
I bet the other. I bet Denny Hamlin. The dude's on fire. Number one in the power rankings.
Yeah, what do you? I'm waiting for an 8. I can get a 7. I want an 8.
Damn, I'm looking now.
I
I'm
almost pulled the trigger on 6.5, and then when I saw 7, I'm like, all right.
Well, see, when I saw 7, I was like, ooh, maybe I can wait for 8.
You're right. You're right.
And I think he's dog shit at qualifying here. Maybe I might be.
I looked it up actually. He's not like terrible. Going backwards from recent to later. See, I had this pulled up. Look at me. 5th, 10th, 2nd, 11th, and then it gets shitty after that. But 5th and 10th in the next gen car. His
I have
3 poles.
For some reason, I have 8th and 10th for some reason. But then,
oh no, I'm looking at finishes. God damn it! I shouldn't have tried to take your. God,
but then
fucking stupid.
He's 28th at Vegas. He started 28th. I'm hoping maybe Denny qualifies 14th. I get my 8, 9-1, and I
laugh to the bank.
I like that.
That's the plan.
Well,
yeah.
All right. Any other bets before I give my last intern fuck up line bet before we go to Grid Rival?
Can I give an Xfinity?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's another thing. We didn't look at shit for Xfinity and trucks, but Rory did cook something together. So let's hear it.
Riley Herbst, Riley PBR.
That is
top
the most
5
shocking thing
plus
I've ever heard
170.
Oh,
he's 7th in the power rankings, but it's the Xfinity series. I think recently he's been really, really good on mile and a halves. I mean, it ain't many of the damn Fords, but I mean, I think Custer's fast too, but I'm just taking a little bit of value. I think they're going to have fast cars. I like Custer.
He wrecked. Herbst wrecked last year, but finished 5th 2 years ago. And he was dog shit.
He was 5th at Vegas, right?
Not a clue.
Yeah.
Not a clue.
5th at Vegas.
He
was.
I'm down for a little Riley PBR. I wish that top 5 number was a little more than plus 170, but I guess you got to play.
Wish it was a 200. Yeah, I wish it. And don't quote me. I pulled up one.
Let's see what he's at on Hard Rock.
Let's see where it. BR might. No, they don't do top 5. So only.
He's
Hard Rock, DK.
He's plus 125 at DK.
Yeah, 150 on Hard Rock. So that 175 might be the best you're going to get.
Okay. Let's rock that.
Oh, I think I might join you here. Give me a second. Give me about 30 seconds here. I love placing bets while we record. It's so much fun.
50 at Caesars.
Yeah. Lame. But I'm
I don't know.
still
I
gonna
just
bet
feel
it.
like if you look at the power rankings, like AJ Allmendinger, for example, I don't trust the freaking Kali car at
Golly.
all.
Did
No,
you
I don't
see?
either. They're dog shit. Oh, Austin
Yeah,
Hill? Holy shit. Austin
Yeah.
Hill.
yeah.
What?
I like Austin Hill.
Whoa. Austin Hill?
The books have woken up on Austin Hill though lately.
Uh,
Plus
have they?
140, top 5 on 365.
Oh, I don't want anything to do with that. Oh, they did, didn't
Yeah.
they? Wow, they did. 8-1 outright? Is that what you guys are getting?
Yeah.
Number
Yeah.
1 in the power
7.5.
rankings. Hello.
Yeah.
I don't for Xfinity and truck. I wait till after practice for most.
It's a good move, buddy. It's a good move. It's a good move. All right.
Especially this early in the season.
Yeah, you're right. I bet. So I always try to open the app every once in a while. The Hard Rock app on Mondays. Late Monday night after my bedtime, outrights will come out. Then some point Tuesday, the rest of the markets will come out. And I got a little text. I'm not going to rat my boy out, but I got a little text that said, "You need to go look at Hard Rock Sportsbook because their intern, may or may not have put out a line that should not have been there." And let me tell you what that is. That is Tyrone Giblet's top 5 plus 15000. Somebody smarter than me would tell me that is 150-1. Now, that wasn't the smartest of intern moves, and I got money down on it. So if Ty Gibbs finishes in the top 5 at Texas this weekend, A, we will no longer have an account at Hard Rock, and B, we will be half rich because they limited me to $32 on it. But not as big as the qualifying bet that Zach has, but we'll take our chance. Imagine if we both win. That'd be fun.
Awesome.
So
It would be
yeah,
awesome.
it's plus 260 now, but it was 150-1.
I mean,
So,
if I won that Cindric bet on Saturday, I would definitely not bet the Xfinity. I wouldn't even fucking watch it.
oh
I
my
would probably,
god, dude!
I would
Oh, man,
probably
I
just.
wouldn't. I'd start drinking immediately.
Yeah, I mean it's celebration, bitches.
Yeah, I'll join you. All right. Well, we're gonna go to Grid Rival, but if you're gonna see that says Grid Rival is undergoing maintenance. Try back in a few hours. The
Oh God.
fuck, dude! I can't even look at the matchups.
What
The
the fuck?
shit, dude?
Dude, I was in West Virginia, so I was gonna pull my money out of Grid Rival because I didn't do it this year. I need a sperm sample, a blood sample, and a spit sample. So
Dude, I cashed my winnings in from last year, and I don't remember. I think I just uploaded a picture of my ID. Maybe I don't remember.
it's $150. I'm like, really? I'm gonna
Oh,
have
did
to
you
drive
guys get
back.
the email about the W-9 too?
Yeah, for $150. Fuck off.
Tax day's Monday.
Yeah. Woo!
Hello, we apologize for the delay, but we are we are completing 1099 forms for Grid Rival players. See yours
What
attached.
the?
Okay, sure. Whatever you want. Can you please fill it out and send it back to us ASAP? We'll see. Well, no Grid Rival this week because the app's undergoing maintenance. So this is great. This is fun. What did we go last week? 3 for 5. We went 5 for 5, 4 for 5, 3 for 5. So it's probably best that I just start clicking random buttons, abacadabra tomorrow when that comes back up.
There you go.
How about that?
Roll with that.
All right.
Which one are you gonna start with?
Ooh,
You gonna start top
A,
right or
top left? Top left.
top left?
I think I'm feeling top left. Zach? What are you feeling? Top right or top left? What's the winner?
Top left.
Top left. Okay, because we could either go 5 for 5 or 0 for 5 based on this. So we'll go top left. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Final words for Texas, because it's 10:43 p.m. and I was up at 4 or something this morning, and I'm ready to go to bed. So, any last words besides beer? Don't.
Bet
What's
a
the racing going to be like? Kind of forgot about that. Is it going to be better than Martinsville?
You ever go to the laundromat and you put like your clothes in the dryer and you can just follow them around and they're just all in a big, line, just following each other?
Zach, do you know what I do for work?
Yeah, I know.
I stare at a dryer like half the day.
Well, then that's why you love this racing so much, because you've seen it the past 2 weeks and you're going to see it again this week.
I mean, I think Texas is going to be better than Martinsville. Dude, I think that was the new low. I think that was a new low. That was.
It wasn't like that it was that bad. It was just that we're in year 3 of it being that bad.
Then we're sick of it.
Yeah, like, and you just had it the week before. So, like,
Right.
do you see what I'm saying? Like, and then, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, bet a Hendrick or a JGR/2311 car.
And let's hope right rears don't start blowing.
I think that'll be fine because it shouldn't. Is it going to be hotter or less? Probably about the same.
Not
I
a
imagine
clue.
compared to when they race in the fall.
Okay.
This might be hotter.
Yeah, first Texas spring race in a long time, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
So I mean
Yeah.
that changes a lot too. That's kind of why haven't really bet much because completely different. Hopefully this leads to a new track.
But
That'd
not
be awesome.
Atlanta. Not Atlanta. Oh my God. Not Atlanta point round 2, right?
Looks like 83 Sunday.
That's pretty warm. That's pretty warm. I wonder what.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
I'd
it's
take
fairly
another
warm.
Atlanta at this point
Wow, over Texas.
because this fucking short track sucks so bad.
I can't argue that. That's a fair point. Yeah, because
Yeah,
remember
like-
we used to with the 750 package, we were like short tracks,
Yeah.
road courses, yay, woo, woo
This car
NASCAR.
reversed it.
They really goofed
Now I'm
out,
like,
didn't they?
give me some Kentucky and Chicago land.
God, Chicago would be so lit, dude. So lit in this car. God, I would probably fly up for that race. I probably would.
I mean, it's a shame.
All right, boys. This is the end. We have come to the end of the podcast. We will not be having a podcast next week. Rory's going to a funeral, and Zach's going on a fun trip, right? You're going on a trip?
Yeah.
Boys
Yeah.
trip? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'll be at Talladega. I'm not leaving till Friday morning, but if you're at Talladega, this is the last you'll hear from me until Talladega. But
I got one.
Me and
I
Jake
got
are
one
going.
matchup. I got one matchup to add too.
I mean, this is an abomination. It's a fucking abomination, dude.
I found it.
I mean, okay,
Found
go
it.
ahead, buddy.
Alex Bowman minus 110 over Joey Logano.
No, I'm off Bowman. Fuck you.
You don't like Bowman?
No, do not like Bowman. I'd rather take Suarez over Bowman.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Bowman
Yeah, I
stinks.
don't like
Don't
Bowman.
don't bet that. Don't bet that.
Don't bet that.
No,
Okay.
Bowman's bad.
I was
this
just bringing
week.
it up.
Bowman's
See what you
bad.
had to say. Okay.
I want to find a place where you can see how long drivers are signed for. That's all.
Bowman is 20th in the power rankings. We'll
Yeah.
never know that because NASCAR is just such a private sport.
It's like, we'll talk about the next one.
Yeah, write that down.
Okay.
Bring it up. We'll bring it up.
I want to talk about Stuart Haas selling the charters next time.
Oh
and
shit! Forgot about that. Damn it.
And who should be buying them? Like who realistically has a driver and needs a car?
We're going to talk about it next time on Layin Coin, which will be in 2 weeks for drum roll.
Talladega.
No, we're not. Roy.
Dover.
Dover Motor Speedway. That's right. That's
My
right.
favorite track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the last race you went to, that's
Very
crazy,
yeah.
dude. 97? That's
Fine.
wild.
99.
Oh, 99.
99.
Okay.
Ryan
That's
Helms is trying to
crazy.
get me to go. I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'm going back out of town after flying to fucking Florida and back.
Dude, it's
Great
nice,
state, baby.
especially
Yeah.
if they don't run like the bottom in the corner, you can see everything. So if they're just like a lane or two up, because like the track's built down in because they have that stupid harness horse racing track.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's nice. I mean, at least it was in the '90s, in the '80s. It's been a
They
long
used to run
time.
500 miles, right?
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go check out the concessions for about 100 laps back then. Like, I'm serious. Like, you'd be like, all right, 250 to 350. They're just riding around. Go get you whatever you need. Go get your souvenir. Come back for the end.
All right. Good point. Good point. All right, fellas. It was a pleasure. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Beer don't. Let's cash some bets. Let's go
Beer don't.
Cindric. Let's
Well,
go Brad K. Let's go Denny. Let's go Ross. How about that?
good.
Rally PBR.
And Riley PBR. Boom, boom, boom.